looking at acids for the past 2 weeks, and we're going to have a little further look today. Today we're looking at something called acid nomenclature. So let's go. So acid nomenclature. So nomenclature means like how to name something. So this class today is when you see an acid, how can we tell what it's called? Because they normally have a different name based on just its chemical components. But first we need to do a little bit of revision. So we've got two ions here, okay? Obviously we know this is an acid because you've got a hydrogen ion, and here you've got this chloride ion. And I hope if you remember that ions can be positive and negative. So this hydrogen ion is a cation ion, and then this chlorine ion or chloride is an anion, okay? Now, today's class, the anion is very important when trying to determine the name of the acid. So when you're naming acids, there are two rules, okay? Rule 1 is a little bit confusing, but hopefully I can show you. Rule 2 is very easy, okay? So let's start with rule 1, which is where the parent anion ends in "ide." So this is what we're looking at, okay? Now, this is a hydrogen ion, and then this ion we call chloride, okay? Now, the clue for rule 1 is this IDE at the end. You can see IDE. This is the important part when naming the ion, okay? The IDE. So the rule is when the anion ends in "ide," IDE, you need to add hydro before the anion and replace "ide" with "ic" acid after the anion. That might sound a little bit confusing, so let's do this a bit more slowly. So this is HCl. Maybe you know the name of the acid, but what we do know is that Cl is called chloride, okay? In Spanish, that would be cloruro, chloride, okay? Now this IDE that we've got here, we need to add hydro before the anion. So here we're going to add hydro, and then this chloride, we need to remove it and replace it with ic acid. So let's have a little look here. We're going to remove the IDE, and then we add hydro before, and then ic acid after. And then that is the name of our acid, hydrochloric acid, okay? So any acid which ends in IDE, if you do these little 2 steps, you'll be able to determine the name of the acid, okay? So let's look at another example of rule 1. We've got hydrogen and bromide. So we've got bromide here. And then what is the acid going to be? Hydrobromic acid. This IDE we will remove, and then we'll replace it with ic acid, and then add hydro before. Okay. Now, rule 2, this one is a little bit easier, okay? So rule 2, the parent anion ends in ate, A-T-E, ate. So let's look at these ions here and what they're called. So we know this is a hydrogen ion, it's a cation ion, and then our anion is called nitrate. NO3 minus is nitrate, okay? So rule 2 is more simple. When the anion ends in ate, ATE, you need to replace the ATE with ic acid after the anion. No hydro, only ic acid. So here we have nitrate, but because it's part of the acid, we're going to remove the ate and add ic acid. And this acid is nitric acid. Just to show you another one here, this is the formula for an acid. Now the anion we call citrate, and all we do is we remove the ATE and replace it with ic acid. So our name is going to be citric acid, okay? So now it's your turn. On Google Classroom, there's a worksheet There's like 12 acids there. 2 or 4, depending on this video, have been done for you. And then I want you to complete the names with the other acids. I'll be here for the rest of the hour if you have any questions. And then when you finish the worksheet, just upload it to Google Classroom. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you later. Bye.